Hello, everyone. This is Toyin, Siri. How are you doing today? So, this is like the first edition after I released the ebook, Mindset of an Entrepreneur. So, today is just really celebrating the launch of the ebook. As you know, I continue to invest heavily in creating resources from the entrepreneur's workbook to content strategy to branding strategy resources to your customer profile design to really understanding business model, demand and supply, really the 360 business development approach to achieving business growth and success, like investing time in bringing you those resources. And the latest one are the two workbooks really on marketing and then the mindset of an entrepreneur. So, why is mindset so important? The reason it is so important is because the way we think influences how we build our business. Okay. Again, the way we think influences heavily how we build, nurture, grow, and expand our business. Is that the vision that you have determines and drives the structure of your business. Okay. Is that you want to make sure that what you see in your mind is well represented in reality. Part of the mindset that an entrepreneur needs to adopt, right? Process oriented, right? The more process oriented you are, the more you can structure and design processes, right? Intake processes, right? Customer process, right? All of these processes, you have to engineer processes that are simplified. You have to remove chaos. You have to bring order to chaos. You have to lead your clients and your customers, right? We have to lead ourselves first before we can lead the world, right? We have to see the opportunities. We have to communicate clearly. So, clarity in communication, right? Is that clarity in communicating your desire, removing the filter between what you're thinking and what you actually say. You have to make sure there's alignment. You mean what you say and you say what you mean as well, right? So, there's the internal work, there's the mindset work, and then there's the skill development. Is that a lot of the things that has to be done, a lot of the work that has to be put in place to build the business, you need skill. Okay, there's skill involved. So if I tell you I'm going to build a 10-story building, 100-story building, yes, fantastic vision, but the skill that is required to bring all of that together has to be developed. At a minimum, you need to understand what those key skills are. You may need to bring people in that have those skills. So it's going to decide how you build your team, right? You have to have clarity, the importance of certain functions to your business. And you have to invest appropriately in developing your own skill and the skill of your team. Skills matter. If you give a fantastic blueprint of a building to a contractor without skill, no matter how great that building plan is, the building that will stand in front of you will look nothing like the plan. Skill matters, right? Is that sales skills, persuasion skills, marketing skills, branding skills, communications, on and on and on. Those things you must embody. You must embody those skills as an entrepreneur, right? You must develop and embody those things, those skills. Strategy also matters, right? I've talked about strategy before. Is that I want to be clear. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? What are the desired outcomes of doing what you're doing? And also understanding, is this the best way to achieve the desired outcomes, right? The way you're going about it, is this the best, most optimized approach to achieve your desired outcome? Strategy is about understanding alternative ways of achieving a goal and making sure that you design in such a way that you go with the ideal after you've done due diligence, research, optimization. Most times people do things because other people are doing it or because they just think it's the right way to go. More is not more if it's not backed by a winning strategy. In the book, we also talked about reward, right? Is that most times people come into entrepreneurship with what they think they want, me, my goals. But you need to start understanding that in the reality of entrepreneurship, the money is an outcome, is a reward for getting several things right. Is that most times people are 100% focused on me, myself, and I, what I want. But you have to understand again, the market will give you what you want when you give the market, when you bring the 360 of understanding your customer, understanding the market dynamics, making sure your product and your services are aligned, right? Making sure you understand the right pricing model, demand, the rules of demand and supply, all of these resources that we've put in the library, is that those are the foundation, like that 360 approach of putting these things together is what will guarantee the desired outcomes that you want, right? Is that the money you make is a reward coming in from the customer clients, but the customer clients also need something from you. What do they need from you? How do you deliver your solution to them, your business model? What is the most optimized way to deliver those solutions? Your sales channels, right? Is that from a technical standpoint, an entrepreneur must understand that business development is about building structure that will enable you to deliver services and products to the world, and also business model that gets you to be rewarded for doing that work, right? So building commercial structure, it's engineering, it's building a structure that is able to serve the world. So whether it's manufacturing, if you're a car manufacturer, you want to build a facility that every single day on the supply line, right? You're building cars because the cars will go to market and the market buys, right? Is that building a company structure is building something that with or without you can create value in the world, deliver value to people, products and services, and also have processes in place for you to be paid. Transaction. Many times, new people, particularly those new to entrepreneurship, they don't build structures, they actually make themselves this structure. And because of that, they may not realize that they are the limiting factor. Don't be the limiting factor in your business, because it's very, very difficult to expand an individual. You can't be in 10 places at the same. You can't even be in 2 places at the same time. Is that when it's time to grow, we always talk about build, grow, scale. When it's time to grow and scale, when it's time to automate, when it's time to expand, if those structures, if the foundation has not been put in place, the structure crumbles. So the foundation of building structure, of building businesses that would last, brand, positioning the brand, understanding the brand, right? The customers in their mind, understanding who you are, what you do, right? These are the projects and the guides that are already in the library that you can start doing that work. Every entrepreneur needs to understand that mindset of an entrepreneur. You have to communicate with the world who you are, what you can do for them, why you're doing what you are doing, and why you're the experts at delivering those value on their behalf, right? So I'm super excited to have launched this ebook. First, we're launching it only to our premium members here. In the coming months, it will be launched as a book out there. The world that's already in motion. But for right now, it's exclusively only available to our members here in the academy. Mindset of an entrepreneur, strategies, skills, mindsets to structure your business for growth. And today I just wanted to just share a little bit from that book and make sure that I'm excited, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that if you're new to entrepreneurship, or you're considering entrepreneurship, or you're looking to unlock growth in an existing business, the way you're going to do it is to look at the 360 of your business, the functions, the functional areas of your business, and optimize that. So whether it's your marketing, whether it's your product, you might need to introduce new products and services, right? If you do market research, it's making sure you understand the needs of your customers, in making sure you understand your distribution chain, distribution network. It's also making sure that you have the deep market insight. We call it market intelligence. Is that the market in which you're operating in also determines the direction. If your market is going right and you are going left, you've missed it. Right? Is that awareness into the industry that you're operating in is also important. Now, skill also is important because many times people would say, yes, I know I need branding. Yes, I know I need marketing. Yes. But most times, what I found is that most people are operating at the very basic level of all of these things. What I push for, and with all of the resources at the academy, is really getting you from basic to mastery level, intermediate, and then mastery. And those skill development only comes through repetition and practice. So you have to practice by going through the workbooks, you have to practice by doing the assignments, you have to practice by also communicating and doing the branding work. You have to answer those questions over and over and over and over again. You have to engineer. That's the only way you're going to move from basic understanding, just general basic understanding of branding, marketing, sales, all this, right? You need to move if you want to start generating much more bigger results in your business. Is that the skill you have to develop skill that takes you to intermediate and mastery level. Is that mastery level is where those results reside. Is that if you say I want to fly a plane and you only understand flying a plane basic level, right? You actually have to master before somebody else gives you a plane, right? Is that you actually have to know what you're doing really, really well before you are committed. Otherwise, they'll put you in a simulation machine where it appears you're in a plane, but if you crash, nothing happens. It's just simulation. It's the same thing. Is that this is a safe space. You know, the Business and Leadership Academy is a safe space to practice, to share, to refine, and get clear on what it is you're doing. And then under my leadership, get guidance and coaching as well. So yes, I'm changing around a couple of our calendar events. Before now, every Wednesday, I'll teach. Since January, I've been teaching every Wednesday, and the video and resources, you know, because I know everybody's busy, we put it together, then it's available. People check them later. Sometimes people tell me, oh, I'm in the car, I'm in the kitchen, I'm doing all of these things. I get it. Everybody's busy. I'm busy as well. But in the next couple of weeks, I'll be unveiling our monthly. So I'm moving some activities into monthly engagement, but I'll be sharing more. I'm also introducing some newer concepts like influencer, how to build influence, retail. If you want to distribute your products in retail, I come from retail, working for the biggest brands in the world, supply chain logistics. So I see now that we've helped people establish the foundation. So we have foundational resources, right? At the in the library. You know, if you're new to entrepreneurship, if you're looking to understand the fundamentals, those resources are ready to go. So the next second half of the year, really, I'm stepping this up because this is the advanced side. We're moving more, to advanced entrepreneurship, because at the end of the day, one of the reasons I'm doing this is to make sure we're equipping people that can compete with the best stakeholders, right? In the best of the best with the world, right? Is that how people are building, particularly those who are starting off, if they don't expose themselves to these principles that I teach, the next 5 years, it's still moving around in circle. But once you structure your foundation, you can build structure and you can build faster and you can compete and achieve greater results as well. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be moving this to the next level. But those who start need to start with the base, the foundational concept, and then as we move to the next level. So I'm super excited for that advanced, consider it next level training that I'm bringing to my members and my clients. So see you around. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great 4th of July, great weekend. See you. God bless. See you around.